Okay, with us now from Washington, NBC News Chief White House correspondent, NBC News political director Chuck Todd. He's also co-host of MSNBC's The Daily Rundown. And let's get right to that interview with David Axelrod, Chuck. Nice refocusing him back to the point of the story. Did you feel like you got the answer that you were looking for?
Well, no. What I've never understood about this story is that I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what happened. Okay. I've had a couple of off-the-record conversations about this with various folks, and I'm duty-bound by the off-the-record. So what I don't understand is why they feel they haven't been able to say what this story is, that they're both sides here, Joe Sestak and the White House, both sort of giving you a sort of an answer. Well, nothing inappropriate happened. You know, meaning nothing illegal happened.
Well,
okay, that's fine. That? It sounds like a lawyer told you this.
Hey, Chuck, has Sestak said that? Because all Sestak keeps saying is, I was offered the job.
But he doesn't say what job.
But has he said that? Has Sestak said nothing inappropriate happened? Because I haven't heard it.
Well, that's my point about this story, is that both sides say a little bit, but they don't finish the job, and so you leave this dangling out there. I mean, look, none of us were born, you know, what's my favorite version of these events is, you know, we may have been born at night, but we weren't born last night. You know, a White House trying to get somebody to see if somebody wants to get out of a race because they want a job, or somebody threatening to run simply because they want a job, is not new to American politics, okay? It's as old as the Republic itself. What seems, obviously, though, this year is different. There's this feeling that anytime you make a deal, it's going to be the worst thing in the world.
But Chuck, let me stop you there. Let me ask you, can you give me a parallel time where there was as naked a quid pro quo as Joe Sestak claimed, which is, let me finish, which is you can be in charge of the United States Navy.
Well, first of all,
let me finish. Where lives of American men or women are on the line if you will get out of the race against Arlen Specter. Give me an example where there was that naked a quid pro quo as claimed by Joe Sestak.
Well, first of all, I've never heard this other than speculation from others. I've never heard anybody from Joe Sestak's side of things about the actual job offer of Secretary of Navy. That's always been the speculation of what the job was. Only on speculation. I've never actually heard Joe Sestak or somebody close to him say, yes, he was offered the job of Secretary of Navy. So, but back that off a second. Look, I can tell you what I remember in 2002 very vividly. Dick Cheney reports, and the White House fully admitted this, that White House, Dick Cheney calls up Tim Pawlenty, a little-known conservative Republican running for the U.S. Senate against Paul Wellstone. Right. The White House wanted Norm Coleman. Dick Cheney says, you get out and run for governor, and we'll come in there, and we're going to do this work for you, and we're going to do this for you, and we'll do that for you if you don't do it. Well, I'm just saying,
no, that's completely different, though. No, that is completely different of saying, I'm going to support you in a campaign, maybe you win, maybe you lose, than the President of the United States saying, I will let you be in charge of an armed service if you will get out of the way of a guy that we got to switch political parties and promise to clear the primary field.
And what about offers of somebody if you lose, if you run and lose, which is this is also happens quite a bit by many a White House. If you run and lose, we'll make sure to get you a job in the administration.
That's more general. That's not a crime.
Okay. Well, the thing is, we don't know that this. You're assuming this is a crime.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I would like the White House to explain how they get by without answering a question where a crime may have been committed, and they keep sending people out, our friends, but they keep saying, trust us. Now, when I'm telling you, Chuck, I am telling you, if Dick Cheney had offered the United States Marine Corps to a Republican, if he got out of the race, impeachment calls would already be on the floor of the House of Representatives. There is no doubt in my mind of that.
But, Joe, wait a minute. I mean, in fairness to the White House, where are you getting this allegation that he was offered the job of Secretary of Navy?
Joe Sestak.
When has he said this?
Well, I've talked to Joe, and also we've had him on the air, and I've asked him repeatedly about it. And it was a sort of situation where if he had not been offered, and we'll find the tape and play it for you, but we've had Sestak on our radio show and on here, and it's been a shock to me that nobody in the press picked it up earlier, where we asked him, I would say something like, you were offered the position of Secretary of Navy? to get out of the race, but you decided to run anyway. Why? And he said, well, Joe, it's just the thing to... Listen, this is, again, we've got people giving them the benefit of the doubt at the White House. And I've got to say, right. I'm very surprised by it, because I know if Cheney or Bush had done this, the press would have been over him like a pack of hungry wolves.
Well, see, this is where whoa. This is where, there is nothing, I think, I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a crutch, this assumption, well, if this would have happened this way, if this would have happened this way.
That's not a crutch. This is so obvious. Chuck,
come on.
You've got a United States congressman saying he was offered a job in return for getting out of a political campaign. I'll be quiet, but this is so obvious. Everybody at home knows that if Cheney or Bush had done this.
Them and asking them that question. So this idea that somehow this is not been covered or not been asked about, or they haven't been held accountable about it, is, I think, an absurd charge. Just an absurd charge.
You know what, Chuck? I think it's absurd that the White House keeps saying, trust us.
That's what I don't understand, why the full story doesn't come out.
We aren't seeing this on the front page of this paper, or this paper, or this paper, or this paper,
I'm sorry, did the New York Times not cover it yesterday?
Yeah.
Did we not ask about it yesterday?
And I'm not seeing it at the top of the nightly newscasts. Seriously? I see Lindsay Lohan on the front of these papers.
Well.
Anyway, okay, listen, I will rest my case. And you just look, you do a LexisNexis on this, and I will pass it on.